Okay, this is on the Roney job, number 55499. Still on 10.1 through 10.6 by Kevin. So there's two systems here. First, we're going to start on the west lower system, and I will kind of show you both of them. But this is just video 1 of 2. So the garage door is here. So you come in the garage. The east system is in here. That'll be video 2. The west system is in this room here. This is this video 1 here. So, I'm going to replace the furnace, coil, and AC, and do some duct modifications in this one. So our furnace will sit 31.5 inches from the sheetrock wall, and it will sit 11 inches off this back wall. So it'll be tight to this dryer vent for sure. Furnace will sit on an 8-inch base. You're going to raise the filter box up 2 inches. I'll give you a 2x2 angle to put there. And I did that because we're going to have to get drains under here. So I have on the notes on the humidifier, relocate it as needed, and get from the shop some 5/8 and 7/8, the white Mitsubishi plastic type line set. About 4 feet of each will do, just to put over the copper. So then your duct was, can sit right on it and not touch the copper. But you can see we're going to have to relocate this humidifier, at least raise it up. If we have to bring it this way, then so be it. But I need to order you some 3/4 inch water copper to extend it. So you can just use your 7/8 fittings that you keep on your truck, but I will order you some hard copper, 10 feet of it, to redo that. So I left you room right here. This is where your duct's going to tap in. You do have room right here that you can sneak it right by this water softener if need be. Or you can go under the filter box and sneak it through that way and under. But do what you see is going to be the best. And if you can find a different way, you don't have to use this. This is just what I planned in my mind. Okay, so furnace will sit on an 8-inch base angle. Furnace coil, duct just as it shows. So let me turn on my light. I have a cut line right there, and on the bottom of the duct right there, 1 inch from each side. And that'll have my starting collar for this, and then we'll just have to add a starting collar right here for that. Yeah, bottom will go back 2 inches, so the flange will be at the end of the duct. Okay, 20 by 25 filter box, and then a 90. So on your cut line on the return is right here at this slip. So from that slip, you're going to add this canvas and this 90 with no veins. This isn't on the scope, but to get the air we needed, Lance said, let's just put on a return air. So we're going to have a wraparound return air going at the back, So I'm going to make this duct a 90. It's going to be 12 by 8, and I'm going to have a 24-inch piece of duct. You know what? I redid this and I put that 1 instead of 12. So I minused instead of added. So I need to, it's going to be 24. I don't remember. I'll have to figure that out. But that 24 is wrong. I should have added. So I'll fix that. But anyway, going to have this piece of duct, and then that's the front view of it. When I do the dotted lines, that means that's number 7. I do the dotted lines of 7, that it's the same piece. And then a 90, that's the top view of it with an end cap. And then you're going to put a 24 by 6 flat grill. So it's going to wrap around the furnace here and here. 24 by 6 flat grill right here above the baseboard. Okay, so this is the top view of it, and then I just have this little 3-inch starting collar. So I'm pulling the furnace forward 1 more inch than it is now. No, it's 1.5 inches more than it is now. So, yeah. Okay. So that's that. Oh, that's not that. Let's see. So, on the humidifier, you're going to raise it up wherever you need to and redo the drain as needed. Obviously, you're going to have to rehook up this stuff. So, yeah, everything else should work out. The furnace power, I'm going to give you a new box switch and cover just because this is so messed up, and a couple box connectors so you can make it look nice. Okay. I didn't write that yet, but I will. Combustion air, not applicable. Vent, tie into the existing 3-inch PVC. Gas, so from the caulk, you can add just standard drip leg and a flex. 12-inch into the furnace. AC, you're going to flush the 7/8 line set. I'll go out and show you those in a minute. But you're going to put on a new big pad for each one. Reuse the existing disconnects. The existing 30 amp breakers on both of them are okay in the outside panel, and you need to label them what ones they are. So I'll go out there in a minute. Drain just to the floor. So thermostat on the scope, Lance has put new thermostat unless the ones will work. And we do have Honeywell Prestige thermostats, at least this one. I'm guessing the other one's probably the same. So we'll just reuse the existing Prestige thermostats and set them up for a heat pump. So return air, add that 24 by 6 flat grill. Upsize return and supply from 10-inch to 12-inch round. That's your materials. So go behind us. That's a 10-inch return. he wants to upsize it to 12-inch, so I'm just giving you 90. I ordered you 5 feet of pipe for both, and that should be enough. Then on the supply, I ordered you 2 12-inch top takeoffs, and just connect it with the 12-inch, and that's it on that. Humidifier, relocate as needed, reroute drain to left side of return air or wherever you can. So I went over that already. To put over copper drains. Did I go over that? Get some Rubitex, the plastic kind, to put on the ground over the copper drains so our boot can sit on them. And I'll order you 10 feet of 3/4 inch copper. Okay. That's it for this one. I'm going to pause it and walk outside, go over the ACs. Okay, so the ACs are over here on the east side. There's the disconnects. We're going to reuse both disconnects. I'm going to sit here. Lance wants to, he says, put new pads on them. So even though this is big enough, he wants a new pad. So put 2 new big pads and space them out as needed. I'm ordering you new Rubitex. I replace all the Rubitex over here, and on this one too. And the breakers are over here. Whoops! Almost tripped. In this far panel here. So there's 2 30-amp breakers here. Can't see with the light, but yep. But you need to label them what units they go to and the AC when you're here. So that's it for video number 1.